Alright, we're starting the stream because I don't feel like waiting anymore. Welcome to the stream. I'm here with Derek and Chris because Chris is doing editing work and Derek is bored.
Yep. And I definitely can't hear 7 different people talking at once.
Yeah, because he's definitely not editing Baldur's Gate footage while I'm streaming. You can't prove anything. That actually must be really frickin' annoying to try to do while you're in a Discord call. Oh yeah, I have a TM.
For everybody else, I was helping Chris edit by giving him ideas. That's
lying.
why I'm here.
He's lying.
Because we called Kalen to show him some of the editing work, and then he dragged us into the stream.
What do you mean dragged?
Yep.
I mean what I say.
Alright, and before anybody is even probably here to see it, I'm battling Falconer with reckless abandon. I'm so confident I didn't even make a save state. Go, Pikachu.
Really, the guy was complaining about me running around and looting everything, when on the ship he was running around looting everything.
Yeah.
Your dad's a damn kleptomaniac.
A little bit. Oh, I guess they changed Falconer's team because he has a water roll now. I assume that probably replaced the Emolga. I'm not complaining, that's a lot weaker. Either that or he has both, which would just really suck. Oh yeah, also I actually bothered to get a light ball for my Pikachu this time, so my Pikachu isn't just... What the heck? That's not even a flying type!
Hey look, you found a light ball. Where you found your light ball.
Honestly. It's not... You know, I don't know if they just decided to make Falconer easier in this update or what, because there's no Emolga or Corvisquire, or maybe this is just because I'm playing on the easier mode, but the easier mode wasn't supposed to affect teams that much. Who knows? Either way, big whoop.
Is that a level 9?
Yes, it is. Falconer, what the heck? Did they just nerf the heck out of Falconer? Okay, if we get to Brock, and Brock is also pathetically easy, then the easy mode is too easy and I'm switching it back. Can we...
playing on easy mode.
Because the late game of this game is legitimately frustrating and I don't like getting tilted at it.
Don't you know? Tilted streaming is best streaming.
Oh, hey, Jifty, welcome. Also, Decidui
Jifty.
is dead.
Yeah, Jifty!
Zach Decidui.
I have seen it. Okay, moment of truth upcoming with Brock to see if the easy mode lowers the difficulty too much. Oh sure, I lead Weed
What
Cat.
is that?
That's Hisuian Growlithe. It's a fire rock type.
Yeah.
How is that rock?
Don't question it. Okay. Man, they really are going... That's exactly, it's from Generation 9.
Looks like a turd on a house.
Little bit. Okay, let's see. Jifty says, I can't be here for today and tomorrow's stream again. I'll watch the VOD when I get the time. That's cool, man. You do you. You know, personal life's more important. I'll see you around.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, Jifty.
All right. Here we go. Finding out if the easy mode is just going to be too easy, because I will restart on the normal mode. What level? Nah, bro. You're 8 levels below the cap. Nah, that's too easy.
Alright, time to delete this save and restart.
Yeah, basically. Just a moment, guys. I'm gonna set it back up. Oh boy. No, I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. That's too that would hurt my pride to win that way. Okay, let's just grab that save file and that save state and erase them. And now let me just go into my my thing on my browser. And reopen the docs because I forgot to open the docs again. Truly, that was a... I'm sorry. I don't understand though. Like, I was cool with having a slight level advantage over the boss at the start of at the first couple bosses, but I'm not cool with having a 5 to 8 level advantage because that makes the game way too easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, what are we naming Rival? You know, I could probably have this back on screen now, couldn't I?
Probably.
Okay, so, yeah, like I said, what are we going to name the Rival?
Whatever. I mean, I don't think there's anything like...
We don't have enough channel branding to have an on-brand rival name yet. I'm just naming him Gary. Okay, there we go. I would like minimal grinding mode. No, I don't want to change the difficulty or the randomizer options. And now to enter in the cheat codes. Which I need to cross-reference on the sheet again. Okay. I do not like having to enter these in. I wish they were just options you could enable. Okay, was toxic capitalized? Yes, it was. Alright, Dexall. For the sake of not having to grind for rare encounters for 5 hours every time I want something rarer than a Caterpie. And finally, the newest addition to the cheat.
Stream it to us.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot that got turned off when I reset the thing, didn't it? My bad. There. The newest cheat code is enabled. Yes, I do have a preference. I would like Weed Cat, please. Clearly, it's the best starter. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, hurry it up, old man. I don't have all day. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Let me have the Weed Cat. Wait, I just thought about it. This is an old game, so the naming restrictions don't exist yet. I can probably actually name it Weed Cat. Hang on, I'm trying. I can actually name it Weed Cat.
Very good.
You know, normally I would say that the rival is rude for trashing the newer gen starters, but between Fuecoco and Charmander, I would feel really gypped if I couldn't pick Charmander. So I kind of have to agree with him on this one. Get him, Weed Cat. Okay, this is gonna take forever. Hang on. Competing with the Goku versus Frieza fight for most ridiculously overly long fight ever. There. All right. So, you know how, Derek, I think I told you about this. You know how the ability Protein got nerfed in Gen 9?
Vaguely, yeah.
They didn't implement that nerf in this game. So hidden ability Weed Cat is actually just really good. Final trivia question to unlock the time changer. When is the final version of Radical Red coming out? Never.
Seriously?
That's the correct answer to the trivia question.
What if you answer it wrong?
You just had to restart the trivia. Bad news, I can't explore the new extra grass patch because this stuffle is in the way.
It's Stuffle, what do you expect?
It'll just erase the entire timeline if I try to move it, I'm pretty sure.
It'll erase this entire town with one finger.
Yeah, pretty much. And it doesn't even have fingers, so that's really impressive.
Anyway, not to distract from this, very thrilling gameplay of you running up to the next town. I
Alright.
did ask a question.
I did not hear it. What was the question?
I typed it.
Typed it?
Said I didn't want to bring it up right away.
Oh, okay. So my actions. Okay, let me read. Yeah, I think you should probably cut that in half. I agree. Yeah, I think that splitting that footage in half is your best bet. Unfortunately, I must leave God behind momentarily as I don't have any Pokeballs.
How dare you?
I
How dare you?
I will come back for him. Okay, I have obtained my legally obtained performance-enhancing drugs.
Have you considered sacking Decidui?
No, I think that's the first time anybody's brought that up. I think I might have to consider that.
It's a good thing to consider.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm gonna do a puzzle battle to unlock a thing. Alright, behold. The hardest part of the whole game. Now, I'm sure you've noticed the slight level difference between me and the opponent, Derek. A very slight level gap.
Once the stream delay is done, I will.
I have it on Discord
Bring me in
screen
on
share.
Discord.
No, on Discord.
I appreciate you
Fair.
having the stream open, but like you can just look at the screen share if you want to not have to deal with the delay.
There's a slight disparity.
Slight disparity. But don't worry, because I know the strategy.
Does it die?
No, actually, it's only mostly die.
Does he have more than one Shedinja?
That is the entire team, yes. One of them has heavy-duty boots, though. Are you ready for strategy part 2?
Is it Whirlwind?
You were so close, it's actually Roar.
Does Aaron have Sturdy?
Yes.
Cool. By the way, congrats on finding my favorite Pokemon ever.
Oh, this is just for the puzzle
Shedinja?
battle? No,
No,
Aaron.
Aggron.
Unfortunately, it's not actually mine, it's just for the puzzle battle. But I do kind of want to try using an Aggron this playthrough, because I've never used an Aggron in a playthrough of this before.
Immediately gets... No.
Skill issue. What I want to know is why she sends out the one with the entry hazard immunity after all of the other ones.
Probably because it's the last one in our party, and so the AI just goes through it like that. Because these are all carbon copies of each other, and how AI kind of works.
Alright, and then I simply switch into my Gibble with the ability Rough Skin. The Shedinja uses Shadow Sneak or something, and then, or X's, or doesn't matter, it still makes contact, so it goes down and I win.
Why would it use X's on a Rock Steel type?
Because it saw a KO either way, and when the AI sees a KO with multiple moves, it picks at random. And the Pokefile is the thing I was using before to heal without having to go back to the Pokemon Center.
So it's just a mobile Poké Center.
Yeah, basically.
Whack.
Yeah, thank you for the parcel, now let me go.
No.
Now I have to go back and give it to Oak because he can't be bothered to walk to the next town over.
It's old and he has a bad hip.
Oh, you know, flying Pokemon delivery services?
No, sorry, no Corviknight taxis ever since the Tinkatons moved in. I forgot to grab the fishing rod while I was over there. I could have caught a Tentacool without having to run back multiple times. Oh well, I'm not going to use Tentacool right away anyways.
Here, Kalen, this is where you get your Poke Fusion stuff.
I wish. Oh yeah, did you hear that they're adding 20 more Pokemon to Infinite Fusion?
Cool.
It doesn't sound like a big deal, but because of the way Infinite Fusion works, it is legitimately difficult to add more Pokemon into that game, simply because they are at the point where they have too many actors. That's what RPG Maker calls party members. They have too many actors registered in the game code because there's over 160,000 different combinations. So they are legitimately stretching the engine the game is made into its absolute limit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We only, because they're doing it by popular vote, we have one confirmed Pokemon out of the new 20. Want to know which one is confirmed already?
What's that?
Sableye.
Nice.
Yeah, Sableye's pretty cool. It has a good
I've
aesthetic.
been invaded by my cat again.
Neat. Hello, Raven.
She cares not for your words, she only cares for affection.
Okay. Yeah, Sableye, good
cat.
aesthetic, and I think that's the most important thing for Infinite Fusion, is that the Pokemon definitely...
My keyboard!
Did the cat mess with your keyboard?
She's rubbing against the keyboard and pushing buttons.
Yeah, aesthetic is really important for fusions, obviously, and then Prankster is a good ability, so I think Sableye could do some good stuff.
Is that TGTV thing for your TMs?
It doesn't do anything. Oh, don't worry, I have some stuff to give you. Here's the Dex Nav. Also, here's 10 Oran Berries. Oh, and you have the care package turned on, so have 10 Absorb Bulbs, and 10 Asper Berries, and 10 Big
Have
Mushrooms,
everything.
and 10 Blue Shards, and 10 Bottle Caps, and 10 Chardy Berries, and 10 Cheelin Berries, and 10 Koba Berries, and 10 Deep Sea Scales, and 10 Deep Sea Teeth, and 10 Green Shards, and 10 Hard Stones, and 10 Cabbia Berries, and 10 Light Balls, and 10 mental herbs, and 10 mystic waters, and 10 never melt ices, and 10 nuggets, and 10 Aka berries.
10 of every hell
10,
item.
here's 10 more orange berries. Here's 10 passion berries. Here's 10 payapa berries. Here's 10 pecha berries. Here's 10 pixie plates. Here's 10 poison barbs.
Away now.
10 potions. 10 red shards. 10 revives. 10 rindo berries. It's still going. 10 sharp peaks. 10 silver powders. 10 soft sands. 10 spell tacks. 10 tiny mushrooms. 10 twisted spoons. 10 yachi berries. You know what? While we're at 153 more bottle caps and 153 quick balls, 10 magnets, and that's it. I'm gonna go sell those quick balls.
Why?
Oh yeah, because I have the 100% catch rate thing on, so like quick balls are literally just like not worth having.
Why?
Why? So then we don't have a repeat of Stream 9 where I was trying to catch Zapdos for 20 minutes.
That's not fun, though.
I don't.
If you're guaranteed to catch everything, where's the danger?
It's not a Nuzlocke. There isn't any danger in anything.
That's so stupid.
Whatever, man. Yep, no citrus berries though. Very unfortunate. Anyways, Splix, thanks for dropping by to check out the stream. We're just starting up. New update came out for Radical Red, and it's not really compatible with the old save data, so I had to restart. And by had to, I mean chose to. I could have just continued playing on the old version, but I didn't want to. But don't worry. I'm going to definitely, probably, maybe have an easier time this time.
Maybe.
A lot of maybes in there. Alright, now here's the thing. Because the developers are nuts, I was checking where they put the Paradox Pokemon. Fluttermane can be obtained before the 5th gym.
Why?
I truly don't know. Okay, I got a Mankey. Is there anything else I really want off this route, you think?
Yeah.
A Rockruff could be good for later, to get Lycanroc again. No, I didn't want to auto-run. I forget which button is which. They also changed some of the sprites for certain Pokemon, so some of the stuff's a little bit different than it was before. Yay, I caught Rockruff. It was such a difficult task. Okay, let me check the nighttime encounters before I leave. My boy Parasect doesn't get False Swipe anymore, so why should I even care? Also, I have 100% catch rates. Why should I even care about that? Just thought about it. False Swipe is just kind of a useless move in this playthrough, isn't it?
Mayhaps.
Hey, look, Smoliv.
If you can just choose to throw any ball at any Pokemon and it'll 100% catch it, what's the need for lowering their HP?
There really isn't. And once I get into Viridian Forest and get the Infinite Repel, I won't even have wild encounters at times I don't want them. Just, I don't think you get it. Wild encounters are an opt-in event.
So why isn't this a Nuzlocke?
Because this game is ludicrously difficult.
So what you're saying is you're bad.
No, it's legitimately ludicrously difficult intentionally.
Alright, it's still ain't Emerald Kaizo though.
Between the two of them, it's actually a toss-up which one I would say is harder to Nuzlocke. They're both quite difficult.
Seeing how the greatest Nuzlocker in the world I'm pretty sure did Radical Red, you know, forever ago.
Yeah, on an older version, which was easier. Also, he's Peachal, and Peachal just gets to spend all day every day on Pokemon Nuzlocke. Admittedly, I could also do that if I wanted to, but I choose not to. But yeah, the other thing is, there's the thing, like, Emerald Kaizo and Radical Red are different for two very different reasons. Emerald Kaizo is difficult by restricting the player repeatedly in what they can use, whereas Radical Red lets you have everything, but pretty much goes, understand that you need to take full advantage of everything to stand a chance. Because, yeah, Radical Red may give you the whole national dex, but it makes you need the whole national dex.
I mean, have you seen his latest video for Garbage Green?
Well, yeah, but Garbage Green is, like, not a very good game, so...
No, Garbage Green is where he paid,
I am well aware of what Garbage Green is. It is intentionally frustrating. That was the point of it. That's why he asked the guy to make it.
This just feels like cheating, like... I want these Pokemon, I'm just gonna get these, like...
Where's the challenge, Caleb?
There is no challenge in catching the wild Pokemon. That's not the part of this game that is hard.
It should still be respected in its own right.
No, I am not going to go... I'm not going to go... for 5 minutes until I get, like, one thing that I somewhat want. Or spend, like, 20 minutes getting an
use the tech of pressing the A button repeatedly because it totally does something.
But it doesn't do anything, though. Everybody
But
knows...
it totally does
No, everybody
something.
knows it's holding the B button and down on the D-pad at the exact moment the Pokemon gets in the Pokeball. If it didn't work, that just means you timed it wrong.
You spam A.
Honestly.
See?
Hey, chat, back me up here. Oh, wait. Hey, Jifty, I know you'll be watching the VOD. Back me up on this.
Nah,
Back
back
him
us
up in the comments.
You spam A when once the Pokeball hits.
No, you press and hold B and down on the D-pad when the Pokeball hits.
I'll be right back.
I suppose B and up on the D-pad is also acceptable, but come on, everybody knows that's not the trick. No, I think you'll find the really cheating part is simply having 800 rare candies in my bag.
Nah, rare candy's in standard now.
Yeah, no, it is pretty standard.
But usually with rare candies, you know, you follow the level cap of the next gen.
This game has hard enforced level caps. There's nothing I can do to surpass them. For example, before fighting Brock, my cap is hard enforced at 15. My Pokemon simply cannot level up past level 15 before fighting Brock.
Why are you only getting up to level 10 then?
I don't know. Do you want me to just make him 15?
That's the point of using rare candies.
Fine then, Mr. Party Pooper. Also, Paldean Wooper gets toxic spikes.
Level 10 or 12?
Yeah, level 12. Hooray for toxic spikes. Unfortunately, like every boss battle in the second half of the game has at least one strategic poison type in there to get rid of toxic spikes.
Seismic Toss isn't bad.
Yeah, but it's not going to be useful for a while. Honestly, at this level, it's not going to be worth it. Maybe later in the game.
It is worth it. It It's a set damage move.
Yeah, but it's level-based set damage and all of... Why the heck does my Bidoof know quick attack?
Why not?
Fair enough. Oh yeah, his evolution level is 15, isn't it? I forgot.
B, you don't evolve God. God can't evolve.
Sorry, it's a regression. Okay, there is something wrong with that B-Barrel sprite. I'm not the only one who sees it, right? There is something wrong with that B-Barrel sprite.
Nah.
Look at the eyes.
Yeah.
Look at the eye on the left side of the screen.
And?
It's wrong.
I told you should hit B.
Probably.
Now you can get rid of quick attack.
Yeah. Hey, but B-Barrel has a real niche, pre-Gym 1 in this game. And then never again. Because, it's B-Barrel.
Is he just a wall because he's one of the better defensive types?
Just because he evolves early, his stats in general are really high for this point in the game. Yeah, I'm not going to catch any of this stuff.
So how are trade and trade evolutions?
There's an item. Some Pokemon use a new item called a link cable, and then others use a different item, but all trade evolutions are obtainable with only one copy of the game. Oh, that Pikachu just so happened to actually have a light ball. Base odds, that's a 1% chance. Okay, I don't need Wiglet if I have B-Barrel. Because between the two, B-Barrel is just kind of way better. Like, it's not even funny. Oh, this Pikachu also has Fake Out. How convenient.
That's when did Pikachu learn Fake Out?
I guess as of this update to the game, because it didn't used to. No, you don't battle. You teach Bug Bite or something, I think. I forgot I didn't have the infinite repel yet, so I was just running through the grass and not expecting.
You do have normal repel.
Yeah, I do, don't I? Wait, so he's trying to find Pokemon to help him challenge a Brock, and he says, ah yes, Joltik, that is my best decision.
Sticky Web.
I guess. I don't think it'll have it by level 15, though.
Sticky Web, Volt Switch. Corphish!
It is a Corphish. It
Crawdon's
was
like my second.
Crawdon's pretty cool. Behold the power of having a light ball. Oh wow, an EXP share. Thanks, pal. I was really struggling to get enough experience points. I really needed that one. Oh yeah, well no, I already know there's no more Pokemon in here that I want. Turn around. I hate those trainers that switch directions because it feels like they're always waiting to catch me, looking the wrong, or trying to go the wrong way.
Should've just fought him.
It didn't really feel like it. Okay, Infinite Repel coming up really soon. Because this trainer gives it to you. I'm dead. It's so over. Derek, are you still there?
Nah, I didn't went to get food.
Dang, well, Chris, it's so over. Look at it. It's the ultimate life form. You gotta be kidding me. It had a berry. Oh, it's just a blind berry. Ow! Stuffle really does just have a ridiculous attack stat for its size.
Stuff also a Gus Facade Pokemon.
No, it just has really high attack. Ah, yes, Wish. You will definitely survive the next turn to get that health. Definitely.
So let's see.
What, you just check its attack stat?
It has a 75.
Yeah, which is ridiculous for an unevolved Pokemon. Oh, here comes Metronome. Are you kidding me? It
Yes, that
Metronomed a
kinda
healing move.
That kind of sucks. One of Stuffle's abilities just gives it a fire weakness.
Fluffy, you mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't Fluffy also double your physical defense?
No.
Then what does it do?
Halves damage from contact moves.
Oh, okay. Also, an opponent that this Clefairy Metronome pulled a healing move twice in a row.
If your Stuffle has Cute Charm, which if you contact it, it may cause infatuation, your Beware will get Unnerve.
Interesting.
And Beware has 125 attack.
That's pretty good. Also, that Clefairy just Metronomed Solar Blade and failed it. I don't know how the move failed, but it did. Yeah, I got the Infinite Repel. There. Oh yeah, I forgot they changed this area in Viridian Forest. They added this new zone. Okay, I need to check my town map after this fight because I have a general idea of where to get Charcadet, but I really want to get one ASAP because I really want to use Ceruledge. Partially because I didn't get to use it in my Scarlet playthrough because it's a Violet exclusive evolution, but also because they buffed it in this game by giving it the ability Sharpness as a hidden ability. So I really want to use one. I will say though, I don't know how she's an ace trainer with just a Charcadet and a Gulpin. Okay, here we go. We're doing more berry shenanigans. Ow, belch! It's the first trainer with a somewhat actual strategy. Yeah, so basically Belch is a base 120 power poison move, but you need to have eaten a held berry before you can use the move. Okay, yeah, I don't really care about any of the things here. Low kicks could have been okay if I actually liked bug types, but it's hard to find a bug type I like. Oh, once I hit Fuchsia City and get access to the Safari Zone, you better believe I'm going to catch a Slitherwing, though. That's the past Paradox Volcarona. One, because I think it's really cool, and two, because they gave it a hidden ability in this game. I mean, Protosynthesis is a cool ability, don't get me wrong, but Multiscale is even cooler. You had to admit, Multiscale is a good ability. It's hard to deny how good it is. Okay, this is still Route 2, so it still should be the same encounters. Alright, let me just check the part of Diglett's cave that I can access right now for no reason. Oh, I forgot to grab the TM from Viridian Forest. Oops. I'll have to go back for that in a sec. Okay, yeah, nothing here I was actually going to use. Because in that area of Viridian Forest, there's a TM for Electro Web, which is good on Pikachu. I don't know why Pikachu learns Electro Web. That's not even just a Radical Red thing. Pikachu just learns Electro Web, and I don't know why. Like, I know it's an electric move, but surely Electro Web is like a spider thing, you know? What do you think, Chris? Alright, well, I guess I'm right automatically then. Cool.
Sorry, I got interrupted by my aunt. So
No, that's cool. I was saying I think it's weird that Pikachu learns Electro Web. Seeing as how it's not a spider.
I mean, all it is you're throwing out a web of electricity.
It still feels a little weird to me.
Who's that new girl?
On the right. Manages a bunch of stuff. Checking your current game difficulty info, entering mystery gifts after post-game, and then checking your level cap, and then changing nature or gender of your Pokemon. The gender change is mostly only useful for Pokemon that only evolve when they're a specific gender. For example, Salandit or Combee. But other than that, there's not really a real reason to care about
Or
it.
if you're going for attract.
Yeah, or if you're going for attract strats, that's true. Okay, there, back to Pewter. Let me check what Pokemon I can get here. I know the nighttime encounters are a little different, but...
Oh look, you can get a broken Pokemon.
Axew?
Yeah.
Man, Axew sucks until it evolves and its evolution level is actually really late. I'll catch one if you want me to, though.
Haxorus is still a broken dragon type.
I disagree. It doesn't really have the speed to be able to deal with its, like, it doesn't have the speed to be able to utilize its attack stat, like, at all.
Hey, guess what it learns? The best dancing move in the game.
Yeah, except it's not bulky enough to survive hard-hitting hits well enough to actually be able to set up. Haxorus requires so much team support just to use, compared to certain other dragons.
It's still a dragon dancing heavy attacker.
Well, let's see if Axu gets any good moves before Gym 1 then, huh? Also, Axu is exclusively here, so then there is a dragon type available before Gym 1 for people doing monotype runs. The devs literally...
Haxor says 147 attack and 97 speed.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't quite hit the benchmarks required to be an unboosted sweeper.
A single dragon dance will pretty much guarantee it is a sweeper.
I'm just not that big on Haxor competitively. But
As long as you don't get rivalry.
Rivalry is such a bad ability, though. Thankfully, mine has Mold Breaker instead.
Is that Derek coming back, I hear?
I coughed, so...
I wasn't gonna wait for Derek, but I've got some things to do around the house.
Okay.
Because, you know, I'm a functioning human being.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like. Couldn't be me. Later.
I think I've just spent half my day already, setting up editing, and now I just need to work on exporting it, and God, is exporting take forever.
Yep. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, it's the same thing as when I render my projects in Blender. It takes a while. It's honestly like the longest part of the process.
Yep. I mean, I'm still gonna come back to the stream. It's not like I'm gonna be going for 4 hours. I'm gonna be going for like half an hour, maybe.
But still, you have stuff to do. That's cool.
Enough time for Derek to also come back from his 7-star or 7-course meal that he's cooking right now, I'm sure.
I'm sure he flew out to frickin' Paris to go make it too, because the kitchen at home wasn't good enough.
Probably.
And you know, for his light snack, it was very important. Oh, it has Rock Smash.
Hold on, wait, I'm sorry. Did he lose a Pokemon going up to normal difficulty and has roughly only gained 3 levels?
No, he still has 3 Pokemon just like before. Also, this isn't the main boss fight. My rollout strategy isn't working as good as I had hoped because I got a defense drop on the Rock Smash. So I wasn't able to raise my defense like I wanted to.
I just need to say that. I want to do my stuff around the house.
Alright. At least Axu's pretty good. Of course I get flinched. Oh no, anyways. Alright. Saving Pikachu until after Watcher rolls off the field, because Watcher will beat Pikachu. There we go. Nice to know they still just got rid of the Emolga, though. This is the same team, they just nerfed Falconer, man. They straight up just nerfed Falconer. No Corvisquire, no Emolga, poor guy. Man, it sucks to suck, huh? Oh yeah, I forgot about the optional rival fight. That needs to be taken care of as well. So I guess I'll just have to go back and do that, huh, guys? Don't worry, I'll use speed up, though. Figured I was gonna run into at least one of them. It's just sacrilege to skip that fight. The rival must always be put in his place at every opportunity granted to do so. Anyways, if y'all were wondering why the stream got delayed until today, I've been suffering from some pretty extreme exhaustion lately. Like, I've just kind of been passing out. It's part of why I've been yawning so much today. So I'm trying to work through that right now. So that's kind of why I'm a bit lower energy, but I didn't want to cancel twice in a row. So we're still here. Okay, there's no item over here like I thought there was. Whatever. Back to Brock. I get sick of seeing Kanto after playing through a Kanto game so many times, though. Gets a little old. And by a little, I mean a lot. Okay, Wiglet's attack is 26 compared to B-Barrel's. Wow, yeah, no, I'm going to be using B-Barrel. Holy crap. So much more damage. Blah 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 rules blah blah blah. You're the last person in my way. Out of my way, fool! Now we wait for the save. Okay. Finally, Gym 1 again. Let's see if it's any easier with a new team. Not that this gym was particularly hard to begin with. Okay, it's a good sign if its best move for Wooper was Rock Tomb. Now, I didn't see an air balloon, so Mudshot should just delete this thing off the face of the earth. You know, I'm gonna set up toxic spikes right now. Oh, right. Custat Berry self-destruct. I forgot about that. I guess Axew's a safe send-out. Okay, yeah, I could have done something worse. Okay, yeah, switch out. That's cool. Yes, switch into Arkin as I use an attack drop move. That's perfect. Yeah. Oh, welcome back. Chris had some stuff he had to take care of. He'll be back in a bit. I'm fighting Brock.
That's crazy.
Brock just totally misplayed his Arcan really bad because he switched into it from his Onyx right into a breaking swipe from my Axew. So I just got a free attack drop on the dang thing, which makes it way less scary.
Fair.
Ooh, a crit. Those are always fun. Well, the war of attrition begins. I've applied so many attack drops on the Sonics at this point, I don't know why he's not switching it out. There we go. I was gonna say, why are you letting me get away with that? An air balloon Varoom. That's a poison steel type. Why does he even have that? Yeah, I just use Mankey into this. Either he stays in and Karate Chop beats this, or he switches out and Karate Chop beats Onyx. Oh no, not toxic. In this battle with so much potential to be very long and drawn out. Darn. My poor Mankey. My strategy is foiled, for you see, this fight is gonna take like 16 more turns and Mankey will faint. Okay, I win. Little late in the game to be using Toxic, not gonna lie. Okay, I beat Brock. Hooray! First gym badge. Again. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that yet. Well, anyways, it's time to search for new Pokemon now, because most of the guys I have here, well, at least a couple of them, well, B-Barrel really, isn't gonna get to stay for any longer. I'm glad I was able to find you.
Why would you do that to God?
Normally, I'd be here to send a gift from your mother, but it appears she doesn't love you in this game. Anyway, Professor forgot to give you the Dynamax band. Also, more item spam from the care package sheet. Moonstones. You know, I could have a Nidoking, like, right now if I really wanted to. I literally could have a Nidoking, like, right now if I wanted to. Or a Wigglytuff, for that matter.
Whack.
I'm gonna check my town map. I need to know where a certain route is. Okay, so you see right up here?
Yes.
This is where I catch Charcadet.
Okay.
And they'll already have a Moonstone, and they changed Charcadet's evolution requirements, so it becomes Ceruledge with a Moonstone, so I can have a Ceruledge before Gym 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, totally fair and balanced, 100%. What do you think? You think I want any of these dudes, really?
Do you?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you. I mean, if I wanted to be that guy, I could catch a Nidoran and then beat him up until I get a hidden ability Nidoran, make it a Nidoking immediately, and have a Sheer Force Nidoking. But also,
Seems a little strong.
I also highly doubt it would have any good moves. And let me check Nidoking's learn set in Radical Red. Nothing. Nothing until like level 40. Let's see. If I were to keep it in Nidorino, it would have Poison Jab at level 28. And that's the last good move Nidorino learns. So level 28 is about when I would probably want to have Nidoking.
Probably right around.
It still wouldn't be bad at that point. Whatever, I can catch it then. It's no reason to catch it right now, right? Or rather, no reason to grind for the hidden ability one right now. I'm freaking tired, man. I'm having trouble staying awake.
Sleep more
Believe me, as soon as
consistently.
I'm done streaming, I intend to.
I have returned.
Welcome
back.
back. Brock was completely destroyed. Right now, we're just getting to Mount Moon.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real, Light Ball Pikachu is a little busted for the beginning of the game.
Probably.
To be fair, this is the only time a Pikachu will ever be relevant, so...
To be fair, this whole game is just cheating.
Yeah.
Man... It's like you're forgetting how ridiculous the fights later in the game were.
I'm not forgetting, I'm just stating that you start off the game as a millionaire that can instantly get the most powerful Pokemon ever. The moment you fight some gym leaders, you can pick and choose exactly which Pokemon you want with a 100% catch rate. Like, where's the challenge?
Like I said, the challenge isn't in obtaining the Pokemon, it's in strategizing for the difficult boss fights.
Strategizing is easy when you have access to literally every Pokemon and can do whatever strats you want.
Which the whole point is to make a game where having access to everything is required to be able to beat it. That's like the idea. That's the point of the game.
The idea of Pokemon was always the first 6 Pokemon you find are your team for the rest of the game.
No,
Screw
it's
ever going to the
it's
box.
a creature collector.
No,
Oh,
it's the first 6 Pokemon you catch are your team for the rest of the
also, I should mention that you can talk about the philosophy behind Pokemon in general, but the point of this particular ROM hack is different. And it looks really easy right now, but I'm gonna remind you that once I had like 4 or 5 gym badges, every frickin' trainer had a competitive level weather team or some shit. And also, by the end game, it really does get very difficult when the bosses start having access to legendary Pokemon that the player doesn't. Like, let me put it this way. The champion has Darkrai and Primal Groudon.
Okay.
The player can't have those. In the Elite Four, let's see. Lorelei has Primal Kyogre. Bruno has Crowned Zacian. Agatha is honestly just Agatha, but whatever. Lance has Primal Dialga from the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon spin-off games. Forgot if this is a new route or not. No. This is. Oh, hey, look, I could have a Raichu.
Does Champion Gary really have a Ditto?
A Choice Scarf Ditto with the ability Imposter, so it becomes a faster version of whatever you had out. Alright. Mount Moon.
Did Giovanni really get a Sinistea?
Poltegeist, yes.
Poltergeist, whatever. And his final boss fight is...
A sand psychic terrain combo team in a double battle where you have to cooperate with an AI character whose Pokemon you can't control.
He has 7 Pokemon.
7 possible. He only uses 6 of them in the fight. There's a bit of randomness to it. They don't actually give any of the bosses more than 6 Pokemon, thankfully. Believe me, if that was a thing, you would hear me complaining about it constantly. Oh yeah, I was gonna replace B-Barrel.
How dare you do that to God?
He's just not good after Gym 1. I don't know what to tell you, and I didn't even use him versus Brock.
Make him better.
Oh no, he only has 6 Pokemon. That's a Mega Mewtwo.
Yeah. Alright, I have the boy.
Clodsire. He's very happy.
I don't really see the really difficultness with this Giovanni fight.
The difficult part is it's a double battle, and you can only control half of the field, and you can only bring 3 of your own Pokemon.
Okay.
I don't think you understand how frustrating those tag battles can be. Let me put it this way, okay? Giovanni has a Mega Mewtwo, okay? The player does not have access to the same caliber of legendary Pokemon, not even close. Also, the fight is perfectly set up with Sandstorm and Psychic Terrain to prevent priority moves, make his Ground-type and Rock-type Pokemon more powerful, do chip damage to avoid Focus Sash, and naturally his Mewtwo knows Expanding Force. And I should mention, beyond his Mewtwo just, having Aura Sphere, his team is built to destroy Dark types. That way you can't use them to avoid the Expanding Force damage.
Are they? I don't see anything that is specifically meant to destroy a Dark type besides maybe Scrafty's Dark Drain Punch or Tapu Lele's Focus Blast. And
doesn't the Tapu Lele know any fairy moves?
Oh yeah, sorry. It knows Moon Blast.
There you go. But yeah, beyond that, a lot of his Pokemon just...
So two of his 6 Pokemon are there to stop you from just walling his Mewtwo.
Beyond that, his Excadrill generally won't be one-shot by any given Dark move, and his Tyranitar resists Dark.
Well, you shouldn't be using Dark typed against Excadrill or Tyranitar.
Well, that's cool, but you can only bring 3 of your own Pokemon, and you need to bring a Dark type to deal with Mewtwo. Because if you don't, Expanding Force is going to just annihilate you. The point is, there is strategy to be done.
Exactly, strategy.
That's what I'm saying! Yeah, sure, why not? Wugtrio gets Sucker Punch.
I don't understand Gary's team though.
For the
alright, we've got a Pheromosa who's just supposed to who can pretty easily sweep your team. Alright, sure. We've got just a Metagross. Just a Metagross.
Well, they
very standard Metagross.
Okay, they must have changed the final battle team because I don't remember him having a Pheromosa or a Metagross.
He's got Primal Groudon.
I do remember that.
He's got Yveltal. He's got Eternatus with a Power Herb.
Excuse you! They totally changed that fight since the last time I played it then. What the hell? He didn't have a Yveltal or an Eternatus last time I played.
I mean, this could be a much earlier guide.
No, Eternatus, no, for real, I played on the 3.0 version, which was the last one, and he didn't have it. It is new to this version, if that's true.
Right? Again, this could be a much earlier version.
I do not believe he ever had an Eternatus. Thanks, I hate it. Gimme Ghoul. Just reminds me of having to grind out 999 Gimme Ghoul coins to get a golden go. I hated doing that so much. Oh boy, I found a rare candy on the ground. That's such a useful item that I didn't have any of before. You know, no, it's Team Rocket. I want to beat him up. So did they do anything to the Sabrina fight in the 4.0? Also, if you're looking at the normal difficulty documentation, it is for 4.0 because they didn't have the 4.0 trainer lists actually documented before this point.
So Sabrina?
Yeah, what did they do to Sabrina's team in 4.0? Anything notable?
I don't know. I see a Hatterene, an Indeedee,
Okay.
Crawdaunt, an Ursaluna, a Porygon 2, and a Gardevoir.
Okay, so her team's the same then. The same as version 3 at least. That is to say, still really annoying because that's a double battle and it's a Trick Room team. And Ursaluna is like the best thing ever in Trick Room. Crawdaunt's pretty great in it too, though.
Yeah, this Crawdaunt's got some like really bad stats.
Yeah? What's bad about it?
Well, the only thing good about it is its attack stat.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the thing about Crawdaunt, is it has a very high attack stat, but all of its other stats kind of suck. And for as frail as it is, it really needs to have a way higher speed stat, which is why it's pretty bad. But it works pretty good on Trick Room because of that.
It's got 3 different Trick Room setters.
Yes, her whole team is themed around keeping Trick Room up so then you can't frickin' play the game the way you normally would.
So you just play something that's slower than Ursaluna.
Nearly impossible to have anything slower than Ursaluna that doesn't actually lose to it anyways.
Damn, it's almost like you can just cheat and get like a minus speed nature on something.
That... What nature do you think the Ursaluna's got, Einstein?
I don't know.
A minus speed nature.
It doesn't tell me natures on this. It's also Guts with Flame Orb and Facade.
Yep. No, you want to talk about broken stuff? Literally, like, competitively speaking, basically the best Pokemon in Gen 9 is Fluttermane, and you can get it before the 5th gym in this version of the game. Actually, you can get a lot of the Paradox Pokemon before Gym 5. It's just a few of them are limited to really late in the game. Great Tusk and Roaring Moon are the really
What's
important
the next
ones.
gym you're fighting?
The next gym is Misty.
Oh, this thing is easy.
Yeah, the first few gyms aren't that bad. I mean, Misty has a couple nasty things on her team, but she suffers from not having 6 Pokemon, basically.
She suffers from not having anything to stop a single grass type. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say,
Frogadier
doesn't
has
her
Ice
yeah, doesn't her
Punch.
Frogadier have the ability Protein and Ice Punch? It has Stab Ice Punch. Also, I'm pretty sure her
They all have
Starmie.
ice moves.
I was gonna say
just saw.
also her Starmie definitely has Ice Beam.
And they all have grass moves except for Starmie.
Yep. Oh, and
I don't know why
and you wanna know what Lieutenant Surge has going on?
I can see what Lieutenant Surge has going on.
Mega Manetric. Mega evolved Pokemon on Gym 3 before the player can even have their whole team fully evolved.
Why does Manectric get a Mega?
It has Sense Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah, but why Manectric? What's so special about that that deserves a Mega?
It's because it was a weak Pokemon and the Mega form made it more viable.
It's really not that weak. It at least has a high speed and special attack.
Okay, let me put it this way. Audino got a Mega form.
Okay, Aldino's cool.
It's... Nah, I think... No.
Yes.
You're just trying to rile me up at this point.
I'm not
with
trying to
these
rile
things.
you. You're just an idiot. Like
You-
we've been over many times.
You do not like Audino.
Aldino is cool.
No,
Aldino is a damn wall.
Yeah, if that wall didn't have good, reliable recovery.
Don't need. Just because you're a wall doesn't mean you need recovery.
You absolutely do to be an effective wall. Oh boy, the Thwacky wasted its fake out on the... Oh. Okay. Self-destruct, cool. What did that accomplish for you? World's weakest self-destruct. Didn't even do half to axe you. Wow, I'm glad I clicked a special move instead of a physical move there. Because I got burnt by the Sableye. I hate grassy terrain. It makes everything take forever. They've got a bee barrel!
See, look, they're still using God.
Yeah, but it's got an attack drop now. Okay, it removed the attack drop.
See, God.
I really don't think the bee barrel's gonna win here, not gonna lie.
How can you know?
Well, because my entire team is still up, except for... Actually, I don't think anything's down. Yeah, my whole team is still up. That's why I'm pretty sure B-Barrel loses.
But he could still win.
Also, my
B-Barrel's
Clodsire
sweet.
has water absorb, so you know.
Alright, cool. It's never gonna use a water attack on it.
Yeah, B-Barrel has durable attacks. It'll use Hyper Fang.
It used quick
Or
attack.
Quick Attack.
Oh look,
I
it's
don't
attack.
even know if B-Barrel can know Hyper Fang at this low of a level.
It can.
No.
Mine did. Well, no, it's... Yeah, no, 17 is literally the level it learns Hyper Fang. I hate grassy terrain so much. You know what? B-Barrel has worked so hard to knock out my Axew. It would be Ultra BM to switch it out right now. I switched it out.
Sorry, Wug Trio. That's actually the name that the Pokemon Company went with.
Yes.
Well, isn't it the pre-evolution of Wiglet or something?
It's the evolution
I
of
have-
Wiglet, yes.
I have never been more disappointed in my life.
Take the Helix fossil. Have to take the Helix fossil.
Praise Helix.
It's
Praise
the other fossil.
the dome fossil for Kabuto.
Uto's cool.
Yeah, but
Praise Helix.
yeah, praise Lord Helix, our Lord and Savior.
Helix.
Helix.
It's Helix.
Ammonite.
This man never was in Twitch Plays Pokemon. He doesn't know about the cult of Helix.
Crazy. Or Bird Jesus. I bet he doesn't know about Bird Jesus either.
He probably doesn't.
No, I don't.
This is just getting sad.
It is.
What is that thing?
It's
Let's never tell him.
It's Glimna. It's a new thing from Gen 9. It's a little rock flower thing that shoots poison and
If
mud.
you
apparently.
can't tell, Pokemon has run out of ideas.
Pokemon's been out of ideas this whole time. What are you on about? The first generation had a living pile of sludge, and you think Pokemon ever had a lot of good ideas?
That thing at least had character. That looked like a tumor coming out of like some bug thing.
Yeah, I want to say, in terms of the literal trash Pokemon, they have always done an amazing job. Muck and Grimer, the OGs, always were really full of personality and were very well liked from the anime.
Nah, this is just your nostalgia talking.
Then we got Trubbish and Garbodor. While not great Pokemon, still had a lot of very good.
Okay,
personality
now
that
hold
was
up right there. I
enjoying
have
to
to
see.
stop you right there. Because it was Vanillite and Trubbish that were the prime examples people used back when Black and White were new to say Pokemon was out of ideas, and it perfectly proves my point that what it really is always nostalgia for the games that
No,
you
hold
played
on,
as a kid
hold on.
versus the ones
Oh my
coming
God,
out.
You cannot hold me to the same standard when I was never one that said I disliked Vanilla. I do dislike Vanillite, but I never said I disliked Trubbish. Trubbish had a lot of good character and personality.
Also,
It
Trubbish
may
and
not have been a
Garbodor
good
are-
Pokemon.
No, Garbodor was a very good Pokemon.
Yeah, Garbodor was actually
But-
pretty decent.
Okay, Trubbish wasn't a good Pokemon. But either way, it was a fun evolution line overall, and it was well drawn. Unlike, Vanillite, which was super lazy in both its pre-evolution and evolved forms.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had, Alolan Muck and Grimer, which were the same, but now they represent the Pride Parades.
I do not believe that's what they were going for.
It might not have been, but it
What do you
I
mean,
thought it was
might?
a funny joke. You never know. You never know. But now we
I was
have...
gonna say in the political
Klefki.
climate. Please don't remind me that Klefki exists.
He is cute and also really good.
Okay, here's the thing, right? I don't actually hate Klefki design-wise, and I recognize that it's a strong Pokemon. I'm just getting Vietnam-style flashbacks of Pokemon Unbound on expert mode dealing with the main villain's fairy team when I picked a dragon type as my starter.
Klefki is lazy.
It's lazy, and I generally dislike a Pokemon with that good of a defensive type having the ability Prankster.
And then there's the, what is essentially the Alolan form of it. I think it's like Comfy or whatever, the one that's like a lay.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those, incredibly lazy.
I still think that, the Pokeball with eyes and the living pile of sludge were pretty lazy, so I'm just saying there have
Oh, no, the Pokeball with eyes was extremely lazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying there have been
But you know what? It had a reason also to exist, and that was to trick you into picking up items.
I'm just saying that every generation has had a few stinkers, and also everybody remembers Voltorb for that, but that was literally just in the power plant, and it was Electrode, not Voltorb.
Alright, you want to talk about some real bad designs? Got to.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this is another puzzle battle. I don't even remember how
I
to
mean,
do
if we
this one.
also want to talk about lazy, we can talk about what was it, Feebas and Milotic, which are literally just exact same concept copies of Magikarp and Gyarados.
Yep. The
How
more
about
you look
Clink
into
and
this,
Clang and Clink Clang. Just
Yeah.
a bunch of gears.
I,
That was
Hop-
another really lazy evolutionary line.
I
It's
think
just Magnemite all over again.
I think this is
Yeah.
perfectly proving my point that every generation has its stinkers.
Yes, every generation has its stinkers.
We also have
However,
we also have
However,
Pubchew and Beartick being Teddy Ursa and Ursa.
however, we can directly correlate the amount of bad Pokemon between the games, and it is an upward trend.
I actually don't really fully agree with that. I like a lot of the new designs. There are I will say I agree that the new designs are more divisive because my stance, I don't have a lot of designs from the newer games I'm neutral to. It's a lot of I love them or I absolutely hate them. But I don't really lean more on the dislike side a lot of the time. I think a lot of the new designs are fine.
Yeah, but if you don't have a good amount of neutral Pokemon, you end up with just a bunch of Pokemon with crazy designs that either end up feeling really lazy or way too over the top or just right. The problem is that if you don't ever have a middle ground, then you don't have anything to actually ground your...
Well, I'm confused because
Your
you just
game.
listed just right as one of the things you'll end up having.
Yeah, just right, meaning that it's basically perfect. That's not a neutral where it's like I could take it or leave it. That's not a, this is unoffensive.
Right,
You
I see
end
what
up
you're
with
saying
all
now.
of these bigger and flashier things that people are either going to really love or really hate. If you don't have anything that just looks normal, you lose the grounding of the story.
Okay, I think of the story.
And yes, Pokemon is never really a very grounded story to begin with, but you get the idea that I'm saying.
This Pawniard is using my Wug Trio's ability to set up Defiant. I would be scared if it wasn't at -2 speed.
And then it used priority.
I could have Sucker Punched if it knew Sucker Punch, but it didn't, so it didn't.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget about the great design of Sandygast and Palosand.
Oh
Those
yeah, no,
are-
absolutely phenomenal Pokemon designs right there. Water Compaction, too, is such a great ability that definitely works well on a Pokemon that dies to water moves most of the time anyways.
I
Water
will say this.
compaction?
There's one good thing that I have to say about those two, and it's that their shinies look really good.
True. Oh, and Chris, Water Compaction, it's Palossand's ability. It makes it so its defense stat goes up whenever it gets hit by a water move, which is funny because most water moves that are any good are special attacking moves, for one, and two, it's going to eat so much damage from a water move anyways that it's not even really going to help.
What about the new water type physical move that like every physical attack in water has? Liquidation.
There just aren't a lot of physical water types popular in the current competitive scene besides Gyarados.
Or if you're lucky, you might get Crab Hammer, which like what 5 Pokemon have at most.
Also, Crabhammer has a miss chance, so it's really not as good as Liquidation. You know the rule, if the move isn't 100% accuracy, it's 50%.
Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, the Mankey lead is going to hopefully bait a lot of attacks into Clodsire. I just hope they both clicked Gust. That'd be pretty great. Or just get annihilated by Electroweb, I'd take that too. I forgot that was a spread move. Ah, okay. Just, they were going to go for double air cutter then. dislike Wormadam greatly.
It's not very good.
Especially Sandcloak Wormadam. It looks like an old, gross piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Looks like a. It just looks burnt.
Mm-hmm. It's not very good, is it? Oh boy, man, he's getting
yeah.
brick.
Oh, yeah, this is the generation where they just start pumping out a bunch of copies.
Generation
Here's a
9.
here's a slightly different type. Because it's in a different region.
Wormadam was Gen 4.
I'm looking at something else.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, Gen 7 introduced Alolan forms, and then they did the same regional form thing in Gen 8, and then Gen 9 took the sin a step further by saying these are convergent evolution Pokemon. They're totally different and unrelated and just happen to be incredibly similar to existing Pokemon, and definitely not because we didn't feel like coming up with another new one. That is one thing I will harp on, is I feel like they've been over-relying on regional forms. I like regional forms, I think they're fun, but they need to not detract from the total number of actual new Pokemon.
True.
That is my opinion on regional forms.
And also,
I think we're going to probably see new Pokemon games start to become less and less frequent until the series eventually drops off. At this point, it's pretty obvious that they're really starting to have troubles.
What are you talking about? Scarlet and Violet sold over 3 times better than the last best-selling game in the series.
I don't mean sales-wise, I mean just straight up idea-wise. They did a lot better with Scarlet and Violet, I'll give you that much from the Pokemon that I've seen. There are a lot of them that are more on the, yeah, this looks good.
Well, I wasn't even getting into that so much as I was saying, like, you say the series is on a decline, but Scarlet and Violet sold stupidly good.
No, I wasn't saying it was on a sales decline, I was more saying it's on a creativity decline.
Oh,
that's just because
yeah, no, for sure, it's a serialized
just
thing.
because
that's
a
just true.
game's quality is on the decline does not mean that its sales are on decline, because communities are stupid like that, and everybody that really loves Nintendo is going to continue to really buy their Nintendo games.
I mean, you're already
Even
starting to see
if
what
they're
they're talking about with Call of Duty.
Well, yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm not
even
disagreeing
if they
at
are
all
just
there.
delivered, you know, a
That
steaming
is
pile
that
of
is
poo
simply
on
the
a plate,
folly
they're
of
still going to buy it.
over-serialization. That is simply the folly of over-serialization, yeah.
Yes, well,
Yeah,
that's
what
what
I'm
Derek
saying
is
is
talking
that
about.
sometimes it's better to let a series go when you can no longer do it justice.
Yeah, but
rather than
Pokemon
what they're
Pokemon
doing
is
with
literally
a
the
lot of
most
the
profitable
long-run series.
multimedia free franchise in human history. They couldn't do it if they wanted to.
You're right. They couldn't let Pokemon go, but they could start releasing spin-offs again, like
Right.
Pokemon
Thank
Ranger.
you. More
That was
Pokemon
really
yeah,
fun.
more Pokemon Mystery
Mystery
Dungeon.
Dungeon.
And
That was really fun.
I would love to
Pokemon Pinball.
Or the good 3D games, XD, Gale of Darkness, and Coliseum.
yeah, experiment with more out there stories, further out from what we're used to. Just in general, spend more than 1 year in between game releases. Like I understand that the games aren't literally being made in a year, but the dev teams are being forced to make multiple games at once, which is really just as bad.
Yup.
Here's all the Paradox. Oh, so that's what Flutter Mane is.
Yeah, it's Paradox Mischievous, and it's ridiculously overpowered.
Point being, overall, Pokemon has kind of become creatively bankrupt.
Even these names sound are terrible.
For the Paradox ones,
all the Paradox
for
Pokemon
sure.
names are terrible.
Yeah,
they
the
don't get
names are
normal
very.
names. It's just
it's-
2 words.
Yeah, it's very stupid. And the future ones are even lazier because they're always iron something.
There's literally a past and future version of Donphan.
Yeah, Donphan got both, just like Volcarona got both.
And one is significantly better than the other.
Why? Why
You're-
Donphan of all things? What
'Cause
kind
it's-
of Donphan stands are out there?
Hey!
Hey,
You leave my boy Donphan alone!
yeah, you leave Fan alone.
He hasn't been like viable for the past 8 generations.
Silence!
That doesn't mean I don't still love him.
Yeah! He was in the first movie, even though Johto wasn't supposed to exist yet.
Yeah.
He's not even good in his own generation that he came out in.
Oh yeah, no, that's because in Gen 2, he just had an awful learn set.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like,
But
Marowak
he's really
was better.
cool.
He was very cool. Also, Great Tusk is just Donphan, but better. It's just
So
Donphan.
Great Tusk is the better one.
Yes, Great Tusk is ridiculously good, competitively speaking.
What's so bad about Iron Treads?
Everything. I can't even get into it because it would take me too long to explain all of the reasons
Wait,
why.
is this this is the past version of Magneton?
Sandy Shocks? Yeah.
Yep.
You know, a funny thing is, you want to know which version of Volcarona is the best?
Slitherwing?
Still the original.
Really?
Yeah, actually, Volcarona is banned to Ubers on Smogon for Gen 9 because, as it turns out, letting Volcarona type change was the last thing it needed to be too powerful. Because Firebug is phenomenal offensive typing, but like one of the worst defensive typings ever. So being able to have your stab but not be that type was too much. Slitherwing, unfortunately, isn't that great, which is a shame because it's my favorite of the Volcarona Paradox forms.
I've never heard about this Pokemon. This Pokemon looks cool.
Which one?
Qianpao.
Oh, I love Qianpao. Qianpao's great. It's a legendary. Its ability lowers the defense of all other Pokemon on the field, and it's just stronger Weavile. You better believe as soon as I get the 8th gym badge, I'm going to catch Qianpao, because that's when
That
you can get it.
is such a stupid name.
Which one?
Walking Wake.
Yeah, Paradox Suicune there. If I remember correctly, because they just showed off the Paradox Raikou in the latest trailer for the Scarlet and Violet DLC. I think it's called like Raging Bolt or something.
Isn't that a move?
No. It sounds like the name of a move, but it isn't. Yeah, I also just think it's funny that the Paradox... Like, I know that they go into, like, the dinosaur aesthetic, but they don't even try to, like, maintain the same type of animal for the frickin' legendary beasts. They just go, F it, they're lizards now.
Raging Bolt is, like, a Brachiosaurus or something.
It's a sauropod. It's a long neck.
And then we've got a Iron Crown.
Which is, yeah, robot Cobalion. All I'm saying is this implies the existence of a Paradox Entei and a Paradox Terrakion, since we already have, you know, Suicune, Raikou, Cobalion, and Virizion.
I'm gonna put the bet down now. Paradox Entei is still gonna be terrible.
I wouldn't be surprised. Entei has always been the weakest of the legendary beasts.
Baxcalibur.
Yeah, Baxcalibur. His signature move is... I don't know if it's good or bad, honestly. The drawback is horrendous, but arguably not as bad as Outrage's.
Dragon Ice type who boosts his attack stat when it's hit by a fire move.
Yep.
Whatever, I'm done looking at the Pokedex.
The heck you learning Headbutt after Slam?
Hey, look, it's Fluttermane.
Haha. Of course it went for a Will-O-Wisp.
immediately use an attack move after being burned.
Well, if I switch into something else, it's just gonna will-o-wisp that, isn't it? I'll have you know that Sucker Punch play would have been way better if it had just used an attacking move first turn, and I question why it's using Icy Wind of all things on me.
Because you're faster.
But I've also revealed a priority move.
Yes, but that's how the AI works. It wants you to be slower.
The AI is so stupid.
Ah, so you send another physical attacker.
You gotta be kidding me.
And you die to burn.
Yeah. Well, this ain't the matchup I was hoping for.
Sire.
Is the boy, even though mine's a girl.
Yeah, Selene's just a substituter, dude.
Oh yeah, and I forgot, its ability lets it poison types. Okay, speed up time, because it's gonna take forever.
And it's got black sludge.
Yep. Unfortunately, it didn't set up another substitute, and therefore it's dead.
R.I.P.
Hey, did you finish Nugget Bridge yet?
Last battle.
So what do you get out of doing Nugget Bridge?
A nugget.
That's it?
That's insane.
Also, the guy running the promotion is just straight up a Team Rocket member.
Why don't you join them?
I mean, you got a good point, but also I think it's funnier.
Seriously, where's my Pokemon game where we explore actually joining the bad guys?
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
It will be.
Like, you know
What?
maybe I would just wanna
No,
Te-
Growlithe
technical-
doesn't learn Dragon Rage. Hang on a minute.
Technically, the closest would have been Ruby or Sapphire, since you help out the opposite evil team.
Yeah, but in Ruby and Sapphire, only one of the teams is actually evil because only one of them goes through with their plot. In Emerald, they're both bad.
I mean, if anything, Team Magma was actually the good guys. They wanted to get rid of the oceans for more land for people.
When there was way plenty ocean, but like, there needs to be more ocean for the fish, my guy.
Team Aqua really just be like reset land only Pokemon.
It's like, but Team Aqua, there is literally so much water that IGN complained about it. Ironically, they did not complain about that in the.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what exactly is their plan. Alright, so they expand the ocean so that the only land masses left are, like, the highest mountains. Now what?
It wasn't exactly well thought through, and I think that was the point.
Now what, you live on giant ships that you cannot ever dock at the ports of Ix? You live in all the underwater caves that will eventually run out of oxygen?
Like I said, it wasn't actually well thought out in the slightest.
Yup.
Which, like I keep saying, I'm pretty sure was the point.
Mm-hmm.
But also, isn't Groudon's, method of creating land just create a volcano? Which would then put
Yes.
people at risk?
Yes, they were both idiots. It just so happens that even though the
Nobody
method
said
was
that both the ideas were good. It's just that Team Magma actually wanted to help people out, whereas Team Aqua was actually evil.
Team Aqua was honestly just being, like, they were both being stupid, but at least Team Magma's
At
idea
least it's still not as bad as Cyrus, who just wanted to destroy the entire world and
Yeah.
restart. And then what was the next one? Was that Team Plasma who wanted to let all the
Plasma.
Pokemon be free?
Plasma had a
No,
nice
no, no,
message.
No, hold on a minute.
And
They
Plasma.
didn't actually want that.
Excuse me, I was trying to say Plasma had a nice message, except their leader was totally lying and didn't believe it at all.
Yeah.
Well, that was the message that they were spreading is we want Pokemon to be free, so we'll use the Pokemon we captured to beat the crap out of you and then free your Pokemon.
Well, yeah, because it was a lie to just basically get N to side with them.
Yeah, it's world domination. Because it really was. N is clearly going to be the guy who can tame the legendary, so we need him on our side.
Mm-hmm. So Getsus just goes, alright, bet, we do that. And then they don't do that.
Yeah, it was actually an advanced technique called lying.
Team Rocket's still the best because all they wanted was just beat a Mafia.
Yeah, I mean, at least Team Rocket is upfront and simple, and you don't have to feel bad about making them run their pockets when you beat them.
Let's see, we've got Team Rocket who just wants to steal things.
In a world where there are literally infinite Pokemon in every patch of grass,
Yeah, it makes no sense, but sure, whatever, buddy.
it's for the aesthetic, man.
Team Aqua and Magma want to destroy the world by creating more land and creating more ocean.
No. They don't want to destroy the world. Team Magma doesn't. Team Magma wants to.
It would destroy the world if they did
would.
that.
They're just
It would,
idiots.
but yeah, they're just idiots. Team Magma's goal is to help humanity and give them more land to expand. Team Aqua's goal is to destroy humanity and return it to Pokemon. Or return the world to
We
Pokemon.
got Team Galactic who wants. Sorry, their goal isn't to destroy the world. It's to destroy the universe and create a new one.
Actually, to be exact, the creating a utopia was the lie Cyrus was, or the partial lie Cyrus was telling, because he literally wasn't going to allow any human other than himself to live there. So his end goal really was, lol, thanks for the help, but now I delete you all from existence.
Mm-hmm.
I found the guy I wanted.
But now, if you really want to get into the weird ones, you've got Team Skull, whose entire motivation is we want to be kind of annoying.
Team Skull weren't even
So I'm
evil. They were
I'm
just-
looking at the Wikipedia for this. So I'm looking at the Wikipedia. Team Rocket has like 4 paragraphs of like, just this is what they're from, and here's what they do in the anime, here's what they do in the games, and here's what they do in the manga.
Yep.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, apparently Rocky is actually an acronym for Raid on the City, Knock Out Evil Tasks.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Team Aqua and Team Magma have only 3 paragraphs. One stating what games they're from, one for the anime and games. And Team Galactic is the same. Team Plasma has a single paragraph. But has like the most weird stories. Like, Team Plasma's original goal was to liberate all the Pokemon. And Team Getsus exploited a group in an attempt to rule Unova and formed Neo Team Plasma. And
Yeah.
2 years after Neo Team Plasma's defeat, the good Team Plasma returned with the goal to rule Unova. It's like,
Good in the world's heaviest quotation marks.
it's like, all right, cool. We got rid of these evil dudes who wanted to rule Unova.
Oh, actually, that sounded pretty good. Let's just do that.
And then we have Team Flare. They want to remake the world in their image using the power of a legendary Pokemon.
Nuke the planet. Nuke the planet. Oops,
That's
we
literally
shot.
all. It's literally all the Wikipedia has for Team.
I'm
Flare
sorry. I
is they
think
want
it's
to remake
so
the world.
funny that they're just like, you'll never stop us from firing the ultimate weapon, and then Lysander, in his ultimate like, super big brain moment, fires the ultimate weapon straight up, and then it just lands and kills him.
And then Team Skull is just a gang of thugs in Alola. They were led by Guzma. They steal Pokemon and Bug-type Z crystals.
Only Guzma is allowed to use the Bug-type Z move. We will not conform to the system!
Oh, well, so this is confusing. They ate their foundation. There's only 3 sentences. In the game, the true antagonist of Sun and Moon, led by Lusamine, they wanted to steal and freeze Pokemon. In the anime, they turn out to be good.
Yeah, in the anime, they rewrote Aether Foundation in the anime. Because Lusamine was straight up like actually super duper like uncomfortably evil, so they totally rewrote her entire character for the anime.
Alright, so we have probably the best team ever. Team Yell, another gang of thugs. follows
They're
Marnie
Marnie's
around.
Yeah, they're just Marnie's fan club.
Woo, go Marty! And then she really is like, please stop, guys. It's really embarrassing.
We have Team Macrocosmos, a Galar energy company run by Chairman
They're
Rose.
not. It's not even a team. It's just a company.
Whose goal is to use the unstable pink Galar particles and Dynamaxing is the only energy source for Galar. Had a secret plan to imprison Pokemon forever known as Darkest Day, who is made up of Galar particles.
Eternatus.
Yeah, basically, Chairman Rose goes, "Oh my God, you mean to tell me we'll have an energy crisis 1,000 years in the future? We need to wake up the murder Pokemon with reckless abandon today. We have no time to plan this in advance. It needs to be done now."
Yeah, that's...
Mm-hmm.
Also, if I remember right from that game,
I forgot.
isn't there
to
also...
try to get a hidden
Isn't there
ability
also,
switch.
like, constantly, like, the professor's constantly like, man, there's a bunch of these Dynamax Pokemon and giant Pokemon running around and causing mayhem.
No, the Dynamax Pokemon are contained in the raid dens usually. I evolved my Charcadet, but forgot to check if it was hidden ability. It was hidden ability. We're fine.
Yeah, but still, it's like... They went on like it's a problem that there's all these Dynamax Pokemon all over the place, but they're like, don't worry about it, just go get your gym badges.
Yeah. Why should we have to worry about it? Everything's fine.
That would have been a much cooler story to go down than this dude is and this place might have an energy crisis sometime in the future.
Right?
If only there was a almost limitless source of electricity that could be gotten from somewhere.
Crazy. Man, you know what else would be really nice? If, like, Radical Red's Pokedex site gave me a list of moves affected by the ability Sharpness, or... Because I think they might have updated it a little bit from official. But I guess I'll just have to look it up. Hang on. Pokemon.
Alright, I gotta start getting ready for work, everybody.
That's cool. Stream's gonna be wrapping up here in a few minutes anyways.
Alright, see you, everybody.
See ya. Okay, yeah, no, none of the wikis will tell me which moves are affected by Sharpness. I hope Shadow Claw counts. Hey, Chris, who am I replacing for Cerule Edge? And I'm just gonna replace Mankey. It can't evolve into Primeape until after this gym anyways. Alright, I think now's a good time to wrap up, don't you? It's close to 3 o'clock. Alrighty then. Alright, everybody. Thank you for watching. We're gonna wrap up now.
What's going on?
We're wrapping up.
We're wrapping up.
Wrapping up, yeah. So, thanks for watching, guys. Later.